as we draw closer and closer to the June 1st high-profile card, where we're going to see something like we haven't seen before in the sport of boxing. Queensberry versus Matchroom's 5-versus-5. There's 2 heavyweight bouts on this card, and this one bears a conversation because we're going to see 2 big men come together in this particular tournament and give what they haven't given before. And whether it be Queensberry with Frank Warren or Matchroom with Ed Hearn, who totally despise one another, but they come together for this important event, people may be divided along the lines as well. Let's talk about Queensberry versus Matchroom's 5-versus-5 heavyweight bouts. Yeah. Five versus 5. June 1st, 2024. And we're talking heavyweights. The first card matchup will be Danny Dubois versus Philippe Hrgovic. These 2 men have a history. They've worked together in the gym. And Hrgovic has spared no expense in having his way with Danny Dubois. Dubois has since stated that, hey, you're talking about when you were sparring a much younger boy at the time. But now he professes, Dubois, things are going to be different. Now Hrgovic, who's 31 years of age, stands 6'6". Dubois, who's 26 years of age, stands 6'5". These are 2 big giants, big men in the sport of boxing in the heavyweight division. And Hrgovic from Croatia is known for his strength with his size. Dubois is known for his punching ability at his size. Something has got to give. The 2 men offer differing styles. The one thing that can be said about Dubois right off the bat is he has suffered a couple of defeats, but at the hands of 2 top heavyweights. Hrgovic, whose record is still unblemished, 17-0. When many people felt that he actually did lose a fight, his 14 KOs, that streak of knockouts came to an end when he faced Zhilei Zhang. That was in August of 2022. He was down in the first round from a right hook from Zhang, the same punch that Zhang knocked out Dubois with in their rematch. But if you look on BoxRec, they don't even score the knockdown. Now, what's very interesting is this. He was knocked down, and it kind of shaped the fight going forward. Hrgovic is a front runner, and Danny Dubois is a fighter who has fought better competition over his last 5 fights. The names being Jarrell Miller, Alexander Usyk, Kevin Lerena, Trevor Bryan, and Joe Cusmano. Zhang is the biggest name that Hrgovic has fought over his last 5 fights. One thing I can mention about having quality opposition, even if you've taken a loss, you learn. You learn from who's better than you if you are wise. And what I think is very wise of the Dubois camp is he's coming in right behind his victory over Jarrell Miller, which was in December's Day of Reckoning card in Saudi. Right back into the thick of things to prove that he's ready for that next level and next step. The man that Hrgovic fought on that card, that was Mark DeMori, someone who really didn't belong in the ring with Hrgovic. I believe that Danny Dubois, if he can come in here with his confidence, his 20 wins and 19 KOs should prevail. He is in a place where he can now climb up. Hrgovic, who's been waiting around for that IBF title opportunity because he had fought in an eliminator and thinks that he has a rite of passage to that title. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's just that he's been sitting in a position of comfort and convenience, waiting his time. And hopefully he misjudges Danny Dubois, because he's been very dismissive of Dubois in the promotional build-up for this fight. Dubois is riding a wave of success and confidence. Hrgovic is on a falsehood because he should have dropped the decision to Zhang. Zhang's knockout over Joe Joyce proved that he was not a fluke. And that doesn't take anything away from Joe Joyce, who was noted as one of the strongest heavyweights, could take one of the best punches. But Joe Joyce was also a fighter that many in the division did not necessarily want to face. The Juggernaut was a man who could be in there and give as good as he got. And that's something that a lot of people in this time don't necessarily want to face. And the first fight against Joyce, Zhang closed his eye, TKO stoppage. The second fight, he took him out in 2 rounds. I'm making that assessment on the fact that when fighters come to fight, they come and put it on the line. I expect Hrgovic to be the bully here and just to jump out on Dubois. But like I said, if Dubois' confidence is matching what his accomplishments have been, this should be very entertaining, and he should be able to turn back Filip Hrgovic, who has been just waiting for an opportunity. Now, I stated that Joyce was knocked out in 2 rounds. It was actually 3 against Zhang. But I expect this heavyweight wild card to be more exciting than people may let on. And it's the type of fight that the public may enjoy. And I can't wait for it. I'm favoring Dubois. If Hrgovic is overlooking him, I expect something very exciting. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about the possibilities of these 2 big men coming together. June 1st, just a couple of days away. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.